What it do, Hall of Fame? It's your boy, the best JR. But you know me as Don't Let Me ISO. I'm back with another episode of Champ Talk. Today I got somebody who's the utility guy. He's everywhere in the community. He's on Team Up. He's in Pro-Am. He's in my league. He does the 1v1s. He even had aspirations to join the E League. DeadPool, say what's up.
Yo, what's good with the podcast? Appreciate y'all being here.
Yeah, no problem. So I guess you a big Marvel guy, huh? With the name Deadpool.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, I ain't gonna say I was a big Marvel guy. Really, if we like to talk about my name, I started my Pro-Am journey on Xbox, but it wasn't my Xbox, it was my brother. Shout out to him. And his name was I Am Iron Man. And so I just like the idea, like when I joined the parties, like niggas like, yo, what's good, Iron Man? But like Iron Man wasn't my like favorite character, it was Deadpool. So when I came to PlayStation, I was like, I named myself I Am Deadpool. So that was just the, little how I came out to be Deadpool, and it kind of just stuck.
I feel it. Shout out to Big Bro.
For sure.
Okay. So you started on Xbox. How old were you when you started playing 2K?
I was 15 when I started playing 2K, and I didn't get introduced to Pro-Am until I was about 16.
Okay, so you started playing that. Ooh, that's kind of late. I started playing 2K. Oh, I think maybe 12. What were you? Go ahead.
I was like I really, if you want to like talk about, my first 2K was like 2K10, but I wasn't like necessarily like into 2K. I was like at that time like Call of Duty and stuff.
Got you. Yeah.
But like when they come to like playing 2K all day every day, it was definitely 15, because like I was so like addicted to the park. Like that was just like a great mode to me.
Okay. When did you realize that, yo, I'm nice?
It was really I just felt like I was somewhat ahead of my time with me being like at a young age, and I was already playing with like I mean at that time it was like grown people, and normally grown people wouldn't want to play with kids, but they was like they was wanting to play with me. So I was like already knew I was somewhat ahead, and then even people was like even at that like early age, people was like willing to put up money, because back at that time we didn't have like matchmaking. You had to like literally press X at the same time, and like it was rough, but we was putting money up on stuff like that. So obviously I had no money. For people to put up money for me, I was like, yeah, like I see like I got something going here.
Got you. So you started in the park and then got introduced to the Pro-Am scene. Tell me about that.
It was really like, this was when I was still on Xbox. It was really just like some group of guys like that I met in random rec. Like this is when you had to hop on the dots. And I just met them. And
what
I
a
was
trash ass time. What a trash time to be alive in the 2K community.
Man, I mean, you hop on the dots, you might as well go make some food real quick.
Hell yeah, bro.
Oh my, but
I never played that mode because of that. I'm like, bruh, first of all, I work full time. I go to school. You feel me? I come home. I just want to hop in a game. I don't want to get in the wreck, roll, let it load, get to the circle, and then wait another 35 minutes just to play one game. And then if you lose, you got to do this. You got to do this shit all over again. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'll stick to Team Up. I'll stick to Play Now. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I'm glad they got better at that though. You feel me?
Nah, they definitely have gotten better over the years when it comes to just like for casuals. Like, I mean, because that's what they kind of cater to, casuals. Like,
don't get me started. Don't get me started, Deadpool. I don't want to, start talking shit about 2K. You feel me? But yeah.
I mean, I'm not mad at them. I get where they're going with it, so it's like I can't be mad at them.
Yeah, for sure. Man, So how did we meet? We met. Uh, you slid in Hall of Fame through who again? Was it No Clout?
Yeah, basically you could just say through no clout. I really want to say like my vouch was legit.
Yeah.
It either legit or Range at that time because Range also was playing, and they was like, yeah, just you be having free time, come hoop. I remember
Mm.
my first ever team. I missed that team. Cameron Boozer and who was the center?
You had Cam Boozer?
I had Cam Boozer and then it was something else. He was also a top pick, 7-1 center. Fuck, I
In
remember
Hall of Fame or
in
in my league?
Hall in your league. That was my first
Okay.
team. I came in, but it was like the last season though.
When you had Fox, right?
Did I
Or
have Fox?
I
No,
feel
I
like yeah.
think no, I think I had SGA.
Mm.
That's who it was. It was SGA, Cam Boozer, Aaron Bradshaw. That's who the name I couldn't think of.
Aaron Bradshaw. I remember giving y'all work. Okay, it's all coming
Yeah,
back to me. Okay, the
yeah.
memories are flooding in. I was giving you work. Okay.
But I
Uh
was so new to my league. I was
so
so
wait. Are you trying to sell me that was you were new to my league
I
when you
was
joined
that
when
like
you
that
joined
was
Hall of
literally
Fame?
yeah. When I first joined Hall of Fame, that was one of my first my leagues, and I mean, and
Okay.
shout out to Hoff though. That is what like made me like start enjoying my league in general because it was like
Okay.
it was. I mean, I had fun. I was losing, but I wasn't mad. I was getting better.
Yeah.
So that's
We
that.
definitely we are definitely going to touch on your progression because you're one of the most improved players that I've seen come through Hall of Fame and like
Yeah,
ride out the wave. Some people join, they take L's and they leave. You feel me? But I don't think you've ever missed the playoffs. But when you first joined, there are a few things that I saw in your game. I'm like, okay, if he works on X, Y, and Z, he might be really nice. He might be a problem out here, and it's actually been you know interesting to see your progression, just to
yeah.
step back and see how it's all coming together for you. So I mean, shout out to you, my guy. But before we get into that, when we first met, you were telling me about the E League and how I guess people in your circle
Hmm.
are in the E League and everybody had expectations of Deadpool being drafted. Like, walk me through that time.
Well, for starters, I would like to say I ain't gonna say people had expectations on me being drafted. I guess what I would be better is they were more disappointed that I wasn't focused on trying to be drafted. I feel like
Mm,
the reason why I've like always been around, I had the ability to be around, better players of the community and you know, people that you would want to be around, people that you would want to know, is because
mm,
I've always been good at the game.
mm,
I've always like stood out as being better than most people at the game, and I've showed that at so many levels. But I've always been so complacent. That's like the word that always stuck with me when it comes to 2K is my like how I'm so complacent on
mm,
just simply not wanting to take my game to the next level, and it somewhat still is stuck with me. Like I'm still somewhat not consistent on not trying to take my game to the next level, just being so okay with yeah, like Deadpool's good at the game, but yeah, he's just that's really all people can like somewhat say about me. Like, he's good at the game, but he ain't really done nothing. I can't say I've done anything.
yeah.
It's just I've just gotta be better at that. But I mean, yeah, back in my heydays for sure. Like when I did have some type of grit coming in, it was
Heyday, nigga. Heyday. You acting like you 50, bro.
nah. Well, I mean, I feel like if we really want to talk about it, I really feel like I've been around so long. I've I easily can somewhat say that I've been in the 2K community since I was 17 years old. I am
Okay.
23 years old now, so
It's only 6 years, DeadPool. It's only 6
That
years.
6 years in 2K is a lot of time. That's a lot of 2Ks. A
Uh,
lot have changed.
I guess.
And for me to like still be just stuck around, for me to, I could easily say I've been around, you know, I don't know
I
how to
feel it.
explain that.
I feel it. So, I mean, hooping with you on like a 5v5 um format. I mean, yeah, you are pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. Like you and I, we've been on the same team up teams
Mm-hmm.
a few seasons, and you've shown me things, and I'm like, okay, yeah. If we're talking about a starting five, Deadpool needs to be involved. What do you think sets you apart? I know that complacency is something that you're battling, but what do you think sets you apart from that like casual or average user?
Well, I mean, it's simply the fact that I am just like simply just I ain't. Oh, that sounds cocky to say, but I am just simply better at most. I'm simply better than people at the game. It is because I do play the game a lot. Way more than an average player. Uh, I just also like just know the ins and outs of 2K, so I just know a little bit more than simply an average player. Someone that if they consider themselves a casual, people that go to work and stuff, like I would simply just know more than you because I just play the game way more than most people. I just It's really just that simple. I'm just better. I can't really explain it.
Okay.
But I mean, when I'm locked in, I also have like really great comms. I somewhat can be a great of a teammate when I want to. When it comes to like trying to pick up people, and
Hmm.
also like try to better my teammates with me. Try to like help them get to my level as of competitiveness. I feel like that also is what could separate me from a lot of people. A lot of people are really good at the game,
Hmm.
but people don't want to play with people if they're like bad teammates. We don't want
Yeah.
people in their ear
Yeah.
or just eating a person that's like too arrogant. If I just went around, if I was, we've been on a team. If I was like just doing good on the team, and I always say, man, my teammates ain't helping me, like you wouldn't want to play with me.
No, you're right. I probably let you know.
Yeah,
I
I
I
mean,
would I would let you know. I'm that type of teammate. Like if like I don't bite my tongue for nobody. So
yeah, exactly. So yeah,
I'm
I mean,
I'm
I
glad I'm
haven't heard
glad you're not like that, bro. So
that.
it's
Yeah.
it sounds like you pay attention to the detail of like how the game functions. Is that safe to say?
Yeah, I like when I tell like my friends who are in the party with me a lot, or just if you are around me in general, I like to tell them like actually like pay attention to the ins and out of the game, like just know how the game works, know what works and what don't work, and just
Mm.
try to take the things that work. And is this I say it's simple, but it can be like really hard when you dig deep into it. Because there's a lot of things that make sense in basketball that don't make sense in 2K, and
Mm.
you just gotta accept that, go away from that, and go towards what works in 2K. It could be ass, it could be dumb, but it works. So it's just
Mm.
that's just how I look at 2K. We gotta do this. We gotta just take what works.
Taking what works. In that vein, what do you think is the most what do you think the most overpowered strategy is in 2K?
Uh, are we just like? I feel like with me, I play in so many different modes. There's like different things that work better in different modes. If we
Mm.
want to just talk about obviously in 2K, setting a screen has always been just an overpowered thing.
Yeah.
Screens, running left and right.
Mhm.
That still is being used till this day. Pro players are
Yeah.
still running left and right, using the screen, shooting a three.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, if we want to talk about like things that are like that we have to deal with in like my league, stick dunking is crazy. Like,
Nuts.
if you have an open lane, is like that, you might as well consider that an easy 2 points.
Mm.
I mean, then you have like, if we talking about like my team, backdoor cutting is the easiest 2 points you can get, and you deal with that in my league too. So, you know, there's different strategies. Everybody has their different gameplays. There's so many different strategies and different gameplays that just
Definitely.
work.
Definitely.
Mine's is definitely using screens though. I love using screens, getting a 3 up.
So you're a 3-point hunter. That's what you would call yourself.
I feel like I have to be. I don't really have like the best defense. I'm not really gonna get the most stops, so I have to, shoot threes, somewhat keep some cushion in between the score, between me and my opponent, because I know he's gonna, for the most part, he could score on me. So I have to create some type of cushion somewhere. Yeah. So getting them threes up and making sure I hit it is definitely important to me. I hate losing possessions. That is one thing I hate doing, is losing possessions. I hate people that are so comfortable just losing possession, man. That possession is so important to me.
So what do you define as a lost possession? A miss or
A miss is definitely a lost possession. Especially if it's an open bucket, if you're open, you should. I mean, depending, if you use whatever player a lot, you should know that timing. You should hit that shot. There's no excuse for missing a open shot. And that's how I look at it for me. I have no excuse for missing an open shot. That should be 3 points on the board if you're wide open. Or, and if you get a turnover, that's even worse. That's more unacceptable. I can accept me missing opens because you know what you did wrong. You can fix it for the next time. Getting turnovers is just too unacceptable. Like, you didn't even get a shot up. You didn't even have an opportunity to score. Like, that's just bad in general. So that's just kind of like my gameplay when I play. I just love to continue scoring. I high percentage shots, and have try to get a stop to create some cushion. Because one thing about in 2K, people hate when you play perfect. I hate it. Other people hate it, and that's what I try to play for, is to play as perfect as possible, limit mistakes. So that's what I look forward to.
that makes sense, brother. That makes sense. Speaking of strategy, you have one of the most, I want to say most talked about, but it definitely was a blockbuster trade. Trading Jason Tatum for Dr. J.
Yeah.
What motivated that move?
It was really my knowledge on the last half in general. Obviously Dr. J is a great player with great sigs, great jumper. The only thing like really questionable about Dr. J is his stats. Seeing the way Dr. J progressed in the last halves is what made this trade so easier for me, because I knew he would eventually get those stats. And even seeing the way he plays now, how he don't even have them stats and he plays so good now, I just knew he would be better for my play style in general, and probably be more effective than Jason Tatum was for me. Jason Tatum was really good. He probably has more badges. He had more badges, the better stats. But all I care about is effectiveness on the court. Even me trading like putting Amen Thompson in that trade, that is what kind of for me put the trade over the top, because Amen Thompson is a great player. But the effectiveness like of him on that court, the fact that he has no 3 ball, it hurts me more.
Hey, listen, I just played Amin, and I sagged the fuck off him, bro. Bro, I treated that man like Ben Simmons, bro. So I mean, I definitely understand what you're saying. Not being able to shoot the rock even from mid range is a huge liability.
It's
So
my ability.
when I saw the trade come through, I was like, whoa, this is interesting because Jason Tatum is a dog,
He is
but
a dog. He was
but
really
so
great for me.
but so is Dr. J, especially when you're talking about a season 3 and even a season 4. Like if we go to season 4, Dr. J is going to be probably one of the best players in the league.
I already feel like Dr. J arguably is the best player in the league. Like,
Whoa,
because if
whoa,
I don't
whoa.
know. Okay, my bad. We do have players like Kobe who has really similar
No,
saves
it's not
and
even Kobe. Not even Kobe. Kobe's nice on paper, but not even Kobe. You
who we
got
talking
you
about?
Stephon Wardell Curry.
Curry, yeah, Curry is a top player for sure. I mean, when we're comparing player to player, Curry is not better than Dr. J, but Curry is definitely way more arguably effective than Dr. J. Like the fact that you have to focus on Curry, you have to make sure where he's at all time is probably way more effective than Dr. J will ever be. So, but on paper, Dr. J is. When we were just when we're talking player to player, Dr. J is better than Curry. But effectiveness on the court and in the way that we know who has him. The way that Zay uses him, you know he's probably way more of a problem than Dr. J would ever be. So I'm not mad at I'm not mad at that opinion because I definitely see it the way you see it.
Okay. Okay. Man, you've been going crazy. You've been going crazy. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about it, man. What's been working for you?
Uh, I mean, me getting this Dr. J trade, I
Hmm.
really feel like he's really unguardable for me. The way I use him, the fact that I'm so comfortable to shoot the three on him, like three with him, because like most people like would like back off, and then the fact that I still can get an easy blow by with him, free dunks. It's just kind of hard. Like when I play against people, like they're really like literally just picking their poison
Hmm.
and the fact that I'm just so consistent, they're picking their poison. I'm, you know, it's like you want the three or the two, and I'm taking whatever they give me, and I've just been that's just been working for me. Just going through Dr. J, whether he's dunking, shooting, or even passing the ball, because my team now is 5 shooters on the court. With Kello Ware. Kello Ware has been a big piece for me. Like that's if there's one person I love to talk about is Kello, where he has been a big piece for me.
Talk about it. Let's talk about it. What makes him so impactful?
For him to have like little to no badges, he's not really like like a bad defender whatsoever. Like you can't really just back him down. Like obviously you're gonna get your points, but I feel like for me, he's getting way more than enough stops than he is just being a negative on the court. And also on offense, like I really rarely miss with him, and which is crazy because up to this point he only has a 66 three ball,
Mhm.
and the fact that he like can't miss because he has a great jumper. He's probably in my eyes he's like probably the most important piece on my court because
I had to take I had to take my shades off, bro. I had to take my shades off because not to interrupt you. 2K, when are we gonna stop? When are we gonna stop this? When are we gonna stop this? Like there just because a player has a good jump shot doesn't mean they are Steph Curry or Ray Allen or Reggie Miller or JJ Redick. I just want to put that out there. Continue, my guy. Sorry for
No, it's
interrupting.
bad. No, it is bad. I understand that for sure. Like he probably should not be shooting the way he does, but it's bad that as long as you know a timing on any 3-point rating, then you could turn anybody into Steph Curry. It's bad.
It's crazy. But I'm glad it's working for you though, because I'm not a hater. I love when people do well in Hall of Fame because Hall of Fame is such a challenging league to be in from, the users in it, from the strategies, from
Yeah.
the play styles that you have to go up against to the
Mhm.
way the league is ran. I'm not no pushover, so I don't let shit slide. So dealing with me, it's just a lot that you got to deal with when being in Hall of Fame. So anybody that can come in and be impactful and do well, I'm like, yo, shout out to you because it's not easy. So
it's definitely not easy. And I mean, like I said, you see how long I've been here, and I ain't really had like the best seasons. But I definitely like stayed down, and I mean, and shout out to Hoff. Like they like there is really like a lot of like good players. Like
the
they
best
play
players.
the best players for sure. Yeah, they definitely have a different play style than I'm used to, but I feel like at this point I've gotten pretty used to it, and I'm starting to figure out a couple little things on how they play since I've been around long enough. But
Yeah.
uh, yeah, they are definitely like great opponents, because
Yeah.
even with these games I'm winning, I'm not really like just like blowing them out. Like they're still in the game with the way their play style. You know.
Listen, there's 30 users in the league. I would say 24 24 users, you got to be locked in the entire game. Otherwise, you will lose.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can't take your foot off the gas. I'm in a situation where, I got like 20 games left, and my schedule is. I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, okay, this is tough. This,
yeah.
these are all sweaties. Okay, all right. So there's a different level of focus that I'm gonna need to have when I am logged into Hall of Fame. I can't be distracted. I need to be locked in order to get through these competitors. You feel me? So
Mm-hmm.
I definitely feel you on the atmosphere of the league.
For sure.
I'm looking at your wins and losses, and
Mm-hmm.
you beat the 5-time champ twice this season, Slim Mamba. Do you remember anything from those games?
Oh my! I would first of all, I would love to talk about. First of all, shout out to Slim Mamba. I swear, and I don't, if he hear this, I don't know. This would probably sound crazy. Probably like the day prior, I was having a conversation with another Hoff user about how I've never beaten Slim Mamba. He is like crazy good, like he don't
Hmm.
miss,
Hmm.
and I'm like, man, like I've never beat that guy like as much as like as many games I played him. So it's just crazy how the next day I played him. Um and I could easily say like, playing Slim Mamba, I'm like, bro, let me lock in because like I hate losing to this guy. And I like locked in and I could easily say like in that game, like I really don't remember missing like how locked in I
Mm,
was. Like and I was really like surprising myself mid game because Slim Mamba, he's also a really great defender,
yeah.
with also being a great offensive player. And he was like running this type of defensive scheme. And I can tell how locked in I was because like I was just like throwing like with the fact that I was hitting all my shots, I was throwing like crazy passes, like I was like throwing the next pass. Like I wasn't throwing the first pass, I was throwing the next pass, and I could tell how stunned he was. Like he paused like every time something crazy happened. Like I just remember like laughing because I remember at one point like you could see that he looked at the team comparison, and up to
Yeah.
that point I had hit all my threes. I was 13 for 13 at the time from
Damn.
three. And I was like, man, like, oh my, like that is crazy. And then I won that first game. And then I knew he didn't like that I beat him the first time. He sent me the next invite so fast.
Like
And
ASAP, huh?
ASAP, and I'm like, man, do I play this nigga again? I played him again. I played dang near like identical to the last game. I remember even like I said, the first game I went 13 for 13.
Hmm.
I missed my first three at 12. I was 12 for 13. Like it was like I was just like so locked in playing against him. And even in the chat today, if you saw, he said I hate Kello Ware. Kello Ware at that point, I did not even upgrade his three ball. He only had a 63, no badges. I didn't put no shooting badges when I played him. He was so good for me. Like uh shout out to him. He is like a really great opponent. And, I
Yes.
guess you could say I'm happy about beating him. That sounds crazy to say, but
Nah, it's not. It's not crazy. It's not crazy. Like it's not crazy. This nigga has 5 rings in
Wow.
arguably the most competitive 2K league out.
Yeah.
So beating him is definitely because he plays to win. He doesn't slouch. He doesn't slack. Like when he
No.
loads up, he's trying to like kill you. He's trying to take your head off. So
Yeah, you could
beating
feel
him,
that energy
you
in
can feel
game.
the energy. It's like, damn, this guy's really trying to beat me by 50. So it's like when you overcome the challenges like his strategies present, it's definitely something to be like, damn, I've accomplished a little something. Like I'm
Yeah,
doing something right. Like, let me go back and see what I did right in this game because I need to carry that over to my next games. You feel me?
man. Yeah, I definitely been carrying that energy. Cause I kind of beat him a little early. Like at that time, like I said, I had put in no ups at that time. I beat him early, and so like I've definitely been carrying that energy up to this point playing. I only lost one game after playing him. You know,
Mm,
uh,
okay.
and so like yeah, I've definitely been carrying that energy, and I'm trying to just keep up that energy. And hopefully when playoffs come around, hopefully make it, it don't look like a fluke. Hopefully try to make a good push for it, and I'm definitely looking forward to when that come around, seeing how good I do, seeing how this is easily my best season and a half. So
Yeah.
definitely want to try to make a push for something, make it look good.
What's the game plan going into playoffs? Do you have one?
I mean, I have my opponents that I guess you could say, I gotta look forward to playing if I do have to go against them in the playoffs.
Hmm.
Uh, I mean, in general, I just have to be a better defender. I have to figure out a better defensive scheme.
Yeah.
One thing I'm bad. I have a bad mindset of is like trying to ego screens. Like when I on ball and someone set a screen, I just like try to like run through it or run
Yo.
over it, run under it. I
Yeah.
never click off. Even when people pass me and it's an easy click off to go stop the two, I try to ego it, try to go get in front of them or block it. Like I just have to figure out a better defensive scheme going into games, because one thing I depend on is my offense, but even with so much offense, you're going to mess up eventually. I have to
Yeah.
get a stop.
You
Um,
gotta get a stop. And man, 2K has made it almost impossible to string together stops.
no, it's definitely impossible. Like
It's
I,
ridiculous, really. I don't want to get into talking trash about 2K, but offense is 1 million times easier than defense.
Because even when you decide to, I mean, not decide to, but even when you do play good defense, you might not even get rewarded for it. Like
Bruh.
it's it's so easy to just shoot a heavy and then easily he can make it and say, oh, because I timed it. Like it's just so unfortunate as a defender to play good defense and not get awarded for it.
Yeah.
With the great players in Hov, you can't bank on them missing opens because they
No.
they don't they don't do that. So it's like,
Listen. Every shot that goes up in Hall of Fame, minus a few users, I think is going in. Every shot.
man,
I don't even rely. Okay, I don't. Okay, he's gonna shoot. No, no, no. Every shot that goes up is going in. So I got to be able to. Every open shot, I'll say. So I have to contest everything. All of
yeah,
the shooters need to be on denied or tight. Like we cannot let shooters get open because if they bust the game open with threes, momentum takes over, and then shit is all bad from there. Shit is
man,
terrible. Once
5 point.
momentum works against you in Hall of Fame, it's might as
Like that could really be the game
Godspeed.
from there. Like,
Yeah, Godspeed, man, because that shit is tough. I've only seen a few people overcome a momentum swing. Like
yeah.
it's not an easy thing to do. It's not an easy thing to do. So okay, uh, man, we haven't played yet. Last season, last season, I didn't like what happened in our games last season. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I didn't like the outcome of the game. So you already know I'm making adjustments. You already know how I'm approaching our games this season. So be ready for that because we not coming to play around. I know it's
Uh,
not playoffs yet, but we not coming to play with you, G. Pause. We coming for blood, bruh.
Nah,
Facts.
I definitely mentally prepare myself when I play you because I already know what you're about, and I somewhat know what you're gonna do. But even
Okay.
with me saying that, I still can't like stop it. Shout out to you. But I definitely still like try my best, and I mean that's just definitely how I played last season when I played you. I just definitely came in the game mentally prepared. You know,
Yeah, I could tell. I could tell.
Unfortunately for you, like since the fact that I know you were somewhat close, you probably get more energy in games than like other people do. So you gotta deal with that. Like I'm definitely bringing way more energy to our games than I do against most other people. So
No, I would expect you to. I would expect you to. And honestly, it makes the game that much better. It
yeah.
makes the game that much better. I'm the type of, I think we all know this by now, but I'm a fierce competitor.
Hmm.
Fierce. I hate losing. I hate uh like slacking. I play every game to take your head off. That's how I play. I load up. I'm not gonna sit around and like have fun. No, no, no. I'm trying to take your head off. That's fun to me.
Yeah.
That's fun to me. When I'm running a play that you cannot stop, when I'm doing something that you cannot stop, like when I when I'm predicting what you want to do, that's fun for me. So, shout out to the competition. You dig?
I
You
feel
know,
like to go about that too. I feel like I really had to like learn how to calm down with that because me, I don't really come into every game like to just like kill and stuff. Uh, and sometimes a lot of the play styles in this league used to make me mad, but I had to realize like that is like what they like to do. That's fun for them. That's how they want to win. I feel like I had gotten better at like calming down and just
yeah.
staying calm when y'all do that stuff. You know,
Yeah, I mean, my guy, we playing the pot is damn near at 2 grand, bro.
that
So it's like,
yeah, that's
yeah,
another thing.
motherfuckers is they not trying to lose, bro. They
Yeah,
spending bread. They
people is trying
spending.
to play for the money. So like they coming to do whatever it takes to win. So I feel like I had to understand that, and that also like would kind of like change my mindset looking into Hall. Like
Mm,
there is actually people that is actually playing that like they're playing for a reason. Like there is actually money in this league. And even with the fact I ain't done much, probably first round, made it a second round a couple times. They people still look forward to that because that's still playing for something.
yeah, yeah.
And I gotta realize I gotta play for that also. I gotta come in with the same mindset. That's what I'm playing for. Because you know me, I kind of even when I sometimes compete, I still have a mindset. Well, it's whatever. Like I gotta be. I've gotten way better within like I would even say within this past month. At like I gotta stop letting it be whatever because this ain't the only like shout out to Hall. This is the best and funnest thing that I play on 2K, but this ain't the only thing I compete in. So
Mhm.
like Hoff has also made me like a better mindset in other leagues also.
Man, it's so dope to hear you say that because you're not the only person that comes through, um, plays and then takes something away to use in other leagues. I love that,
Mhm.
bro. That's the one of the main reasons Hoff is ran the way it is because I want people to come through, learn some shit. Yeah, you're gonna get whooped for sure. Like no one comes into the league and doesn't get whooped. There's nobody that hasn't been whooped to the dirt. You're gonna get whooped, but you're gonna learn. Like
Yeah.
if you're in any other league, the energy from Hoff is going to carry over. So if it's a casual league that you're in, you're gonna be whooping them because you just I gotta be on point all game type shit. You feel me?
Hmm.
So you know, again, without y'all, this league wouldn't be what it is. So y'all make it what it is. So shout out to y'all, man. You know, you
Definitely.
know what I like to do. You know what I like to do. We're getting to that point of the pod where you let us know who your top five
Top
is
5 players.
users in the league in Hall of Fame.
Uh, well, first I would like to start off with my 2 No Cloud members who has been making a lot of noise also with me. Uh, with out of no, I ain't gonna say out of nowhere, but newly making noise. Goat Me and Zay.
Okay.
Zay being the number 1 seed right now, and also made it pretty big in the playoffs last season. You know, shout out to him and also Jerry, who had a great season last year. He's a great competitive, and he's also, I feel like Hoff also made him a better player.
Mm,
Because he does the 1v1 thing, and he's been doing that a lot outside of Hoff, and he brings that to Hoff, and he brings what he does in Hoff back to 1v1. Like I feel like Hoff made him a better player.
that's what's up.
So shout out to them too. But also, 3 other players uh, I'm not pretty close with, but I do look forward to always playing them. Slim Mamba is one.
Hmm.
Gucci is another one.
Okay. Okay.
Um, I feel like I want to like. I feel like I look at the. Can I somewhat like make it 6? Because I look at these 2 players kind of like in the same level, but
Yeah.
like
Go
they're
ahead.
pretty good opponents. B Man and I forgot his name. He's the person with Julius Randle and them.
Um, I
Uh,
spit facts.
Facts. Yes, I spit.
Yeah.
He is a great opponent. Like I used to really get mad at playing him because I used to say his gameplay was so ass. But like you know, like rather than like looking at like the way he plays, like he's just a really smart player who also somewhat like the way I look at it, he's somewhat like I ain't gonna say play like me, but I do like we do similar things. Like he just wants to play the game perfect. Like he don't like missing possessions. He makes sure he takes advantage of everything he can. Like you can't treat him like an ass person. Like a person who's ass at the game, you can like leave him open. You can like mess up in some places. You can't mess up when you play him. And then also B Man, he just takes advantage of everything that you give up. Any mismatch,
Yeah.
and then with him having Wemby this season, he has a easy mismatch for the most part against most teams. So shout out to them too. Like those is like great opponents that I like playing. Like
Yeah.
when I make sure when any of these like 6 players before I get in the game with them, I make sure I come lock in. So
Got to.
yeah, shout out
You
to them.
got to. You got to.
Hmm. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. I mean, I feel like it's been a great conversation. I feel like we've learned a lot about Deadpool. Is there anything else? Is there anything that you want to leave the audience with before we get the fuck up out of here?
Uh, I mean, not really. I feel like for the most part, a lot of people already know a decent about me. Seeing how active I am in the chat. How I'm pretty funny, witty. You know,
Wait, hold on. Are we talking about Deadpool active in the chat? Funny, witty? Okay.
I'm not active in the chat. All right.
Yeah, I mean, you just all right. This is your moment. My fault. My fault. My fault. Yeah, you active in the chat. Funny, witty. Keep going, bro.
you
Pop
know,
your shit, King.
I feel like I made a decent amount of friends.
Yeah.
Just in Hoff in general, like just somewhat being I guess you could just say cool in general. Just
Yeah.
people if people just fuck with that, attract to that, and I've made a lot of good friends. On the side of just playing against them and Hoff. So I like that. Shout out to Hoff for that and everybody in there. All my guys. Definitely mess with them.
Bet. Bet. Well, Hall of Fame, there you have it. It's your boy, Don't Let Me ISO, and the one and only DeadPool, or I am DeadPool.
Know it.
You know we'll be back.